This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. For more great podcasts, head over to bigheadsmedia.com. This week on a new TV Tuners, Kyorain enters the game world.
Whoa, time to start leveling up.
And Swanson and Stairmaster enjoy a nice sit-down at a New Jersey restaurant.
Hey, look at
Who's
that
guy in the members-only jacket? All that and more on a new TV Tuners. Hi there, folks, and welcome to TV Tuners. It's a television podcast for the true fanatics. It's a weekly dive in the latest in TV news and reviews. I'm your host, Swanson. With me, as always, is my co-host and lady who knows a lot about magic, Stairmaster.
I can roll my arms around.
Yeah, there's a lot of like special effects going on around you.
I have a samurai boyfriend.
Yeah, is he your boyfriend, or are you guys just like mutual friends who bathe together?
We're friends with benefits.
That's nice. Good on you guys.
I assume they fuck since they kind of cast a guy who can pass as white as a samurai.
That's what you would call that guy?
He could be ethnically ambiguous, I think.
I suppose. And with us, as always, of course, is our other co-host and brutal monsters who are coming to town, Kyorain.
Are they still doing they can't do race mixing on TV, or what? What's up with that?
In Stairmaster's mind, they are.
Okay. Is Stairmaster's mind like a trusted source, or?
One of the most trusted sources on this podcast, yeah.
Well, hold that thought, Swanson. I'm going to swing this axe at you.
Oh!
Thank you for giving Kyo one of the characters that does not speak any words, by the way.
Kyo could snarl.
Can he?
There you go. See? Yeah, he's real good at it. Technically, I gave Kyo a legion of characters to play. All who don't say any words.
This one's horny. This one's tall. This one's stabby. Why did I start off with horny? I should have saved that for last.
Everyone loves Tolly.
Tolly walnuts.
It's just a stretched out version of Polly Walnuts.
Yeah. You just
Would his voice be stretched out too?
Yeah, you grab the picture in MS Paint and you just drag the top border up.
Yeah, Kyo, his voice is like... I don't know what a stretched out voice sounds like.
It would be very high pitched. It would be like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Alvin and the Chipmunks saying, "Fucking queers!" I'm going to need you to edit that to sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Good luck.
Hey, don't!
Like that?
Hey, don't!
Yeah, something like that.
Add on top of me doing that voice, add also on the pitch shift so it sounds like Alvin and the Chipmunks, but even worse, okay?
Yeah, sure, that'll be great for everybody.
Let's do our own Alvin and the Chipmunks album. And it's just like Aquatic Mind. A bunch of and Cleopatra 2525 theme.
Yeah, that'd probably sell. If you're interested in that, hit us up.
Yeah, any record labels want to...
Yeah, if you're a record label and you listen to this podcast, get at us.
I'm picturing there's a record executive guy who's listening every episode waiting for us to make a pitch, and finally we've done it.
It's been 150 plus episodes.
There's a guy just doing the Jindo pose listening. We can proceed to phase 2.
Welcome to TV Tuners for another exciting week. We're back at it again. But, listen, record executives aren't the only people who listen to this podcast. We know we've got fans all around the world. And if you've got any questions, quips, comments, foresights, otherwise, well, why not send them in here to the podcast? We'll read them aloud. At our email address. That's where you can send them, of course.
Yeah.
What?
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, you can send them to us at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's that email, Kioran?
tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com, Swanson.
That's right. You could be like Geo, who sent us this email. 11/4/20/69.
Wait, why 11?
Well, you'll find out in a second, bud. Fellas, can you catch me up on the JFK assassination? What was that all about anyways? Alright.
Is that it?
Well, it's complicated because, if the CIA did do it, they're very good at covering stuff up. There are a few weird odd ends, like George H.W. Bush being in Dallas on the day it happened and not remembering where he was.
There's the possibility of multiple shooters.
Also, that Oswald learned Russian from the guy who plays Porkins in Star Wars.
Wow. So George Lucas was involved, is what you're saying?
Probably. Yeah,
Okay.
they couldn't get Stanley Kubrick, so they got Lucas instead.
All I know about JFK assassination is that Stairmaster kept retweeting this account that had really annoying takes on various conspiracies, and I said, Stair, please stop retweeting this account, and he said, okay.
Did they have bad ones on the JFK assassination?
I think, I don't know, just kind of some wild speculation about something or other.
I feel like of the conspiracy theories, the JFK assassination is the easiest one to be like, that okay, I'm
That's
listening.
us.
Yeah.
And then 9/11's like, yeah, someone probably knew something was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the furthest you can go with it, though.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
in my estimation of talking, I used to work with a conspiracy theorist, and I picked his brain once, and it was a bad idea. Because it graduates so quickly,
Yes.
where it's like the JFK assassination was an inside job, and you're like, okay, I could hear, yeah, all right, let's talk about that for a bit. And then it's like the moon landing was fake, and I'm like, I don't know about all that. And it's like 9/11 was an inside job too. I was like, okay, yeah. And it's like, and the Earth is flat. All right. And also Sandy Hook was fake.
There?
I feel like there's a new generation of conspiracy guys coming in, like the Epstein stuff has created a new flock of conspiracy theorists who are in it for a different reason than the old breed.
Well, yeah, conspiracy theories used to be a fun pastime. That's the X-Files is built on conspiracy theory stuff. And it's fun. But if the X-Files was today, Mulder and Scully would be tracking down a pedophile ring in Washington D.C.
Yeah, and the president would be in charge of it.
Yeah. The cigarette smoking man would just be the president. Anyway, Gio, for more information on the JFK assassination, I recommend Oliver Stone's film JFK.
I personally think that someone shot JFK and he died, and I don't care.
Oh,
yeah, I think Oswald took the shot.
Yeah.
I don't think he got egged on by the CIA.
More on this later, but I did rewatch The Irishman, and they do mention that the mob
Yes.
might have killed JFK in that.
A lot of people might have killed JFK. A lot of people want to kill the president because they don't like the president,
Yeah.
but it's
my
there's no
favorite.
evidence.
There's a conspiracy theory that the Secret Service shot JFK on accident when Oswald shot at him, and that's why.
Is that even? Could that
That's
even
not even a
have
conspiracy.
happened?
That's just
Well, there's the
a
weird.
conspiracy would involve that they did it on purpose. That would just be a theory.
No, the cover up. There's a cover up to hide the fact that the Secret Service accidentally domed the president.
Well, I guess that would be a conspiracy. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But them doing it on accident, it's just a theory.
I think the theory is
A
founded
game
in how
theory.
Kennedy's head went back into the left, and the
It's
magic
true,
bullet
yeah.
stuff.
Something to think about. Anyway, thanks, Gio, for that email.
But also, have you noticed that a lot of people Hillary Clinton has met have died
Yeah.
at some point?
Whoa. Expand on that.
Well, you see, Hillary Clinton talked to people, and then at a certain other point in time, they died. So think about that.
Whoa. It's wild. Have you ever noticed that when Stairmaster talks to someone, years down the line, they die?
I've seen that. You know, Stairmaster posted on this forum called Something Awful, and then years later, the owner died, and, you know?
Yeah.
Something to that.
It's something to think about. Well, email, of course, is not the only way to get at us. What if you crave instant gratification? Well, there's no better place, of course, than Twitter.com.
What?
That's right. Internet's own personal dumpster. We're there.
The piss zone.
You can go over to @TVTuners on Twitter, and you'll find us there. We've got a ton of great TV content, a trove. And we also look around, high and low, for the tweet of the week. And Stairmaster, we've got a doozy this week.
Okay, this tweet comes from @CalvinGeorge, who writes, "Don't sleep on the Wheel of Time." And that's a picture of the lady from Wheel of Time crying, with no context given.
Well, clearly she's upset because people have been sleeping on the Wheel of Time.
Oh, I thought he was just into ladies crying.
Maybe.
Like, this was supposed to entice you, like...
Yeah, this still of a woman crying. Which is the face she makes throughout the entirety of this episode that we watched.
Maybe she's having a stroke in this scene. Do you
Possible.
cry when you have a stroke?
I don't know.
I don't think that's a standard symptom of a stroke, but I'm sure you could.
It's canon now.
Personally speaking, I think sleeping on the Wheel of Time sounds dangerous.
Oh, like
yeah, it's always turning.
How big is the Wheel of Time? Like, is your whole body on it? Or are you just
I'm sure you could fit on the Wheel of Time. It sounds pretty big.
It's time. That's a big concept.
Yeah.
The Wheel of Time, isn't that just a clock? Got it.
Wow. Damn.
Robert Jordan destroyed by facts and logic.
Yeah, and also whatever killed him.
Probably cancer of some kind.
Destroyed. Anyway, I'll go ahead and tune in on this. Why not?
I won't tune in.
Tuning out on this.
Yes. I don't agree with this person. And
You don't want to watch a woman crying?
I don't want to watch
stoically.
Wheel of Time.
Oh, so you'd rather sleep on the Wheel of Time?
Yes.
And, like, age rapidly.
Stairmaster just wants to sleep.
Yeah, I'm tired. I want to go home.
Stair loves what they call the big sleep.
I'm tired of Denver.
Tired of Denver? But it's such a great place, especially here in December.
I can't feel my fingertips.
Stair, I told you have frostbite.
Is that why my nose is black?
Well, no, it was always like that.
Wait, it has? I haven't been looking closely at his face.
Am I a reindeer man of some kind?
Yeah, you're like that show we watched, Sweet Tooth. Former episode of the pod.
That's crazy.
Is someone going to come for me?
Yeah, probably.
Me.
Yeah. He's going to come for
But
you.
it'll be in a good way.
Oh, okay. Anyway, thanks for this tweet, Calvin George. Anyway, with all that, there's but one more thing to ask before we move on. What'd you guys watch this week? Anything fun, interesting?
I watched Jet Li's Contract Killer.
Ooh, is he a contract killer?
No.
False advertising.
He lives in a dorm with a bunch of contract killers, but at the start of the film, he's really put upon it that he hasn't gotten any work yet. He's basically counting his pennies.
Oh, sounds like me.
And then he gets like recruited by Chinese Danny DeVito as his manager.
Sounds like me.
Because this head of this Japanese Zaibatsu got assassinated by a guy in a motorcycle helmet with a shotgun.
Okay,
And
that isn't like me.
This is kind of departing from Swanson's story now.
Yeah, and the CEO guy put out a trust fund in case he was murdered.
Wait, that is like me.
Fund.
Now we're back with it here.
Of $100 million US.
Yep, there's the story.
Yeah.
Swanson's just taking a break from his adventure to record this podcast. He's got to go like right after.
Yeah. Luckily, no one looks around the TV Tuner's house for people. Like, no one comes looking around here.
Yeah.
And they get kind of like spooked when they see the place.
When they see that it's half of a house with another half nearby somewhere.
Yeah.
They think it's a studio lot, like that people are recording like sitcoms in here or something. But we're just recording podcasts.
And we're very cold.
Yes. Podcast, the sitcoms of modern day.
Oh, God, you're right.
You should probably see it, folks. We should take a picture of the recording setup. We have like one of those like flaming trash cans. We're all like huddled around it.
So anyways, yeah, though, the Western dub of this features a hip-hop soundtrack.
Oh. Okay. Is it by anybody famous?
No.
It's not by Hunted P?
No.
Oh, dang.
If it was, I would be bothered. I would just be pinging you at like 1 a.m, telling you about this.
Contract killer. You damn right, Jet Li.
And so,
welcome to the elevator.
Yeah, so everyone in the film is dubbed over by like English voice actors, except for Jet Li, who's dubbed by himself. So he's the only Chinese guy in this film with a Chinese accent. Everyone else is speaking.
Yeah.
And American.
We as a nation are bad.
True.
Also, it's got the most racist. There's a token Indian guy in one scene, and they just have the dub guy going.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know how they got away with that in like 2001.
Well, Stare, I have some bad news for you about how little we've grown as a country.
More than you would think, actually, but less than you'd hope.
So yeah, that's a tune-in from me, despite the casual racism.
All right. A lot of good kills.
Yeah, also I watched The Last Duel, which is less racist, but more misogynist.
It's the Ridley Scott movie.
Yeah.
One of 2 that have come out this year from him.
What was the other one?
House of Gucci just came out.
Oh, that's also him?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's wild because it's the duality of Ridley Scott. It's like a historical epic, and then just a wild biopic.
Well, when you think about it, biopics are historical epics.
I guess. I don't know. I don't classify anything from the 80s as a historical epic, though. Not yet. Not until the earth is barren. Anyway, how was this?
It's great. You should watch it if you don't mind people just shouting the word rape for the entirety of the third act.
Okay.
Because there's a rape.
Doesn't faze me.
This is based off of the famous French court case, I guess it was?
Yeah, it's the last legally sanctioned trial by combat in France.
Yeah. Interesting.
Where one knight accused another knight, he was a squire, of raping his wife. They're played by Matt Damon and Adam Driver.
Oh. How shouty is Adam Driver in this movie?
Very really what stood out is the scene where he's reading Latin and just impressing everyone.
Oh.
And then goes to have an orgy with Ben Affleck and some women.
Nice.
And Matt Damon has a mullet. Yes, tune in.
Okay. Hold on. Tell me more about this mullet.
Oh, it's majestic.
Is it like historically accurate? Did they have a lot of mullets in France back then?
I think so.
All right.
also the fighting is historically accurate. They're wearing armor, so when they do have the titular duel, they're just throwing each other to the ground and pummeling each other and wrestling.
Oh. Huh. All right. Anything else?
No.
All right. I finally got around to watching this. It's called Star Wars Visions. It was an animated anthology that came out a while back. It's alright.
Yeah, I watched the first one and I was like, yeah, I can't get any better than this, so I just stopped.
That is one of, like, the 2 or 3 best ones, yeah. There's only 2 of these, there's 9 of them altogether. There's only 2 of these that are outright bad, that I think. The rest are, range from okay to, that's pretty cool. With, like, 2 being, that's really cool.
I think they should have just made one Star Wars anime film instead of a bunch of 10-minute shorts.
Yeah, maybe. Especially because a lot of them seem to be, like, pilot episodes almost, where, like, yes. The end is just, like, more adventures to come. Maybe?
No.
And it's like, turns out no, actually. But it was nice. It was fun. Like, it's not a huge time sink, so I can't really say, like, I don't... if you want to watch it, go ahead, tune in. It's pretty good. The animation styles are of varying degrees of good. There's, like, maybe a couple that are just outright bad, but...
So some of them are good, some of them are bad.
Yes. There is, I don't know if there was any animation styles that were outright awful or anything, but there was one story that was just, like, very annoying for me.
Oh.
So,
let me guess, it features a woman.
No. It's about a group of, it's like a rock band.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
That, they hang out and they play rock music for Jabba the Hutt. And one of the guys is like a member of the Hutt family who is sentenced to be executed. And Jabba, like, captures them and makes them perform for him. And they play one more song and Jabba, like, spares them because it's good.
Oh, that sounds great. What went wrong?
The music sucks.
Oh, no.
Yikes.
Yeah. It's no good. Also, I think the other thing that was very disappointing is... Well, I don't know if it's disappointing, it's just more like, really? Is that Boba Fett makes an appearance in this animation. I don't need... Listen, you're doing, like, cool animated, like, this is a different interpretation of Star Wars. Don't add characters that exist in Star Wars for me. I don't need that.
Boba Fett is, like, the most anime. Like,
yeah. Well, this is actually... It's funny, because this is the least traditional anime style, I think. Anyway, that was probably the worst one, but the rest are pretty good. Other than that, I recently rewatched The Irishman.
Oh.
Starring, among other things, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, Al Pacino, all together in one film.
And Jesse Plemons.
Oh yeah, he's in there for a bit. It's good. The movie holds up.
Wow.
Turns out, still good.
No way.
I think my favorite part about the movie is that Joe Pesci is playing against type in, like, the best possible way. Because you expect Joe Pesci... When you hear Joe Pesci's going to be in a mob movie, you expect him to be going around calling everyone a cocksucker. It's only Al Pacino doing that.
Yeah. He's the voice of reason, except really he's more like the devil. And Al Pacino's Jesus.
In many ways.
Failed Jesus.
But yeah, it's good stuff. The aging technology actually didn't really take me out of it much. That was like a big thing everyone talked about with this movie when it came out, and it really isn't that big of a deal.
Well, there's for that one scene where he's beating the dude up.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is the only part where it, like, the facade fades because he is moving around like he is an old man.
Yeah.
But he does brutalize a guy's hand while he's doing that, so it works out, I guess. But yeah, it's a good movie. That last half hour is especially brutal.
Yeah.
Anyway, good stuff. I'm gonna go pick out my own casket now. Have fun.
Leave the door open?
Yeah, what a brutal final shot, too. Good movie. Tune in.
Yeah, what did
Go
you
watch it if you've got 3.5 hours on your hands.
I watched the first episode of the Stone Ocean anime.
Oh, yeah,
And?
girls get it done, right?
Yeah, she got some stuff done.
Yeah, she got caught masturbating.
Huh.
Yeah. It's devastating. How could this possibly happen?
Was that in the manga?
Yes, it's the first scene.
Interesting.
Well, it's her
That's a good way to
complaining
introduce
about
your
it's
female
about
character, I think.
it's her complaining about it to her cellmates.
And so, yeah, it's her recapping it for everybody's sake.
Yeah, in the manga they describe him as looking like Tom Cruise, but Warner Brothers couldn't keep that in the anime.
Sad.
Yeah, Tom Cruise wouldn't allow it.
Also, she kills someone. I think that's...
Yeah, that's cool.
Is that the quickest kill from a JoJo individual?
Yeah, pretty much. Joseph it takes 2 episodes to kill straights, if you count that.
Yeah. Why wouldn't I count that?
Because it is sort of like he let it himself die, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Giorno kills leaky-eyed Luca in episode 1.
Okay,
does?
so
Oh,
Yeah.
it does.
they're just really ramping up the killings in these latest
Oh yeah,
seasons.
Jolene is hardcore. She's definitely Jotaro's daughter.
Yeah. Anyways, it was good. I want to watch more, but I don't know.
Luckily
I'm
you
not watching
can,
things.
since there's 12 episodes out on Netflix right now.
If only there
Yeah,
was some
I'm just
sort
not-
of, like, holiday time coming up that you would have.
Yeah, I'm going to be busy over the break.
That would be perfect for, like, watching a thing.
I'll be really busy over the break, though. So
Yeah, Kyo's
I don't know.
tutoring the elves.
Oh, over at
Santa's
Santa's Workshop?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'm trying to get them to union up, but they're not listening to me.
Well, yeah, they just love their boss too much, who clearly exploits them.
They love working, and it's really annoying. I'm like,
And they love singing while working.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's weird, too, because they have the solidarity thing down. It's just that their solidarity is with working.
Without being paid.
Yeah. They say they get paid in song, and that's not a good form of currency. You can't live off a song.
Yeah, I tried to confront Santa himself about this to make him stop this, but he easily overpowered me.
What
He's very
do
strong.
What do Santa's elves eat?
Dirt.
But
Yeah.
they're at the North Pole. The ground is frozen. How do they get the dirt?
Pickaxes.
Oh my god.
Kyo tried to confront Santa on this, and then Santa sent some men to light his house up with gunfire.
Oh, speaking of elves, we forgot to mention in JoJo, Jolene's crooked lawyer is an elf.
Oh, yeah. Look, how could she trust this guy? He's wearing a question mark tie.
Oh yeah, he is.
Why wouldn't you trust a guy like that? Sounds like something Saul Goodman would wear.
No, he would wear an exclamation mark. Tie.
There's no questions here.
It's just one with a
He's giving straight facts. There's no questions.
yeah. There's a period because the buck stops with him.
Yeah, that's good.
What if Saul Goodman landed in Mario, Kyo? Part 1.
Would it be eventful, or would he just...
I think he'd be freaked out.
by strange supernatural rumors that he's not involved in?
Yeah.
Well, I think all the ghosts would go to him first to get help, since he's such a great guy. They've all seen his commercials.
All right. Well, with all that out of the way, let's get to the news, huh?
Yes.
All right. You guys are familiar with Bill Cosby, right?
He's the guy from Full House.
Close.
I watched this TV show once.
He was in A House, The Big House.
Just for a little while, though, just a couple years or so.
Yeah, not for long. He got let out on a technicality. But hey, that release ruling is now up for appeal at the U.S. Supreme Court. That's right, he's hitting the big leagues.
Wow. The United States versus Bill Cosby.
So yeah, Cosby was released from prison in June because there was some technicality with the previous DA. I think we litigated it previously.
Yes, we talked about this. Yeah, the DA sort of made an agreement, but not really.
Yeah.
And before they went to trial.
He got out because the Pennsylvania Supreme Court agreed with the previous DA's decision, agreement, I don't know what you want to call it. However, in a new petition to the U.S. Supreme Court, they are calling the Pennsylvania Supreme Court's ruling a dangerous precedent. This is from the... sorry, I was looking up the name there. This is from Kevin Steele, who is a Pennsylvania district attorney. He states that a prosecution announcement not to file charges should not trigger due process protections against future criminal proceedings because circumstances could change, including new incriminating statements by the accused.
The government hates seeing a black man get free.
That's one way of putting it, if we ignore everything that happened.
Yes,
that said, I think I would argue that even if I think most of us would probably really like to see Bill Cosby in jail, this does sound like a bad idea.
I think they should reenact The Last Duel, but with Bill Cosby.
Oh, it's like Bill Cosby and like...
On a horse with a spear.
Yeah, and Theo's there.
Yeah,
he's a mullet.
He's in the stand. He's the king.
Yeah. When you think about it, Malcolm Jamal Warner really is the king now. So
I'll fight Bill Cosby, if anyone's wondering.
Yeah. Basically what this filing with the Supreme Court is stating is that new evidence should not exclude a court case from happening, even if a previous agreement has been made. Which sounds bad for other cases.
Yeah.
I think the problem is with the prosecutor or whoever just being able to just say, like, yeah, we'll just make a really strange deal here where we just won't do anything. I don't get that part. That's the part that's the problem, I think. Not honoring it later, right?
Yeah. Because what I could easily see happening if this were like a thing where it gets overturned and Cosby is back in jail is that you could just do this with other people after a prosecutor has said, like, oh, we won't, you can name names, we won't press any charges against you or such and such. A promise no longer means anything if you just don't adhere to it. It's just that the promise that was made seemed wrong. Mm-hmm. It was literally a promise to get away with a crime.
Yeah, it wasn't even a plea deal. It was just like, yeah, we'll just kind of
boys
not really
will
worry
be
about
boys. Case dismissed.
Pretty much. But yeah, we have yet to hear what exactly the U.S. Supreme Court is going to weigh in on this decision. But given the current layout of the court, I'm gonna guess it would not go in this district attorney's favor. As far as I can tell, there are at least 4 pro-rape members on that court.
Bill Cosby is innocent.
Bill Cosby is innocent.
Anyway, there you go. We'll see how innocent Bill Cosby is when the Supreme Court hears him out.
True.
What if they rule unanimously that he is innocent and that actually they have the district attorneys have to apologize?
They're ruling unanimously that not only is he innocent from the actual crime he was convicted of.
Yeah.
Well, that would be a big first.
They're saying that not only is he innocent of these crimes, but actually the district attorney is guilty of them. And he has to go to jail.
I think that would change the entire face of law enforcement.
I would want to see the evidence of this. It would have to be some pretty major stuff, like a video.
No, Keo. The Supreme Court said it happened, so it did. That's how this works.
What a legal body.
They can kind of just pick and choose whatever happens in the country, right?
Yeah. And we
Allegedly.
don't get any say in the matter.
Yeah, it's a good system.
Good. Is Roe v. Wade still a thing?
For now.
Yeah.
By the time this gets released, who knows? Speaking of broken systems, you guys heard about Astro World and stuff, right? I know Keo did because we were talking about it right before the podcast, where he had to be informed of what it was.
Yeah, the Illuminati. No, he needed to be informed of who Travis Scott was. He knew about Astro World.
Oh yeah, because he needed to know who the Fortnite guy was.
Yeah, it was just some dude did a satanic human sacrifice, and we had to explain who that dude was.
Yeah, he was kind of a silhouette in my mind.
Hulu came under fire recently for uploading and promoting a documentary titled Astro World: Concert from Hell, less than a month after the incident that resulted in 10 people dying. What appeared to be a Hulu original documentary with its own branding and description on the main site was actually an investigative piece from Houston, which was where Astro World took place, Houston's local news station, which aired on November 20th and was uploaded to the streaming site without any involvement from Hulu.
What, did Hulu ask them to do this?
No, this was just this was just an investigative news piece from the epicenter of where it happened. There wasn't arguably there wasn't anything sensationalist about it. It's just information.
Something went horribly wrong, is what I'm gathering.
I mean, something went horribly wrong in the sense that people assumed Hulu made this.
Oh.
And the algorithm, I have to assume it had something to do with the algorithm here that put it up on the front page of the site. Because I'm assuming, I don't regularly scour Hulu, just the news page on Hulu, but I'm assuming TV specials from local news don't regularly make it to the front page.
What? Why didn't they just say in the open? Don't they have opening credits?
Yeah, they have opening credits, but people looked at the blurb, saw that it was called Astro World: Concert from Hell, which does, admittedly, sound like a documentary series, and assumed that Hulu, I guess, put it all together.
That's just weird. People were angry?
Yeah, people were angry because of a lack of sensitivity and poor taste, since it's very soon for a documentary. Of course, like I said, and I will state again, this is just a local news piece that is an investigative special into
which
what
also
happened.
has a very trashy name.
That happens to have a very trashy name.
Maybe it's trash. We don't know. We're not going to watch it even if you buy us a coffee.
We'll drink the coffee and then spit it out on your face.
We will throw the cup at you.
And admittedly, I can see why people might have been taken aback by this. The 50-minute special's description read, Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival was supposed to be the concert of a lifetime, but it turned into a tragic nightmare. A minute-by-minute look at what happened in the crowd, the young victims who were killed, and what happens next. It's not great.
Yeah, you gotta get eyeballs on it with your headline, buddy.
Anyway, Hulu, of course, has removed the special from the streaming service, but it is still available on the website of Houston's ABC affiliate. In an interview, a Hulu spokesperson said this: This was an investigative local news special from ABC 13 KTRK TV in Houston that originally aired on November 20th. This was not a Hulu documentary and has since been removed to avoid confusion. That's it.
I'm confused.
What are you confused by? How it happened?
I'm just confused. I'm just a confused person, and I'm upset.
Yeah, this world is bewildering.
Yeah. Sometimes you hear things and you're just like, huh? And then you never find out what the person meant by that.
You ask them to clarify, and they just walk away.
Yeah. Presumably that's what this person did after saying that word salad.
Yeah. I do a lot of things to avoid confusion.
Okay. List them. List a few. List the top 5.
I don't go outside to avoid confusion.
Okay.
Good.
I tell people to shut up to avoid confusion.
True. Okay, it's 2.
I cover my face with my hand to avoid confusion.
Yeah. Okay.
I read up on all the latest information to avoid confusion.
Yeah, speak it, brother.
Like who Travis Scott is.
I avoid reading up on all the latest information to avoid confusion.
Like who Travis Scott is, yeah.
Yeah. I drink bottled water to avoid confusion.
Okay, I'm going to need you to expand on that one.
Oh, that's going to make you very confused.
If I get dehydrated, I'll be easily confused and disoriented.
Yeah, but if you drink, you're going to get microplastics, and that's going to make you confused about your gender.
Well,
true.
I'm already confused about my gender, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, who is... It's 2021, who isn't?
Yeah.
Give it the program stare.
Wouldn't it be cool if I was a woman?
I'd be happy for you.
That's it for the news. So, without further ado, let's get to a segment near and dear to everybody's hearts. It's Guess Who's Coming! Hit the theme, Kyoran. Alright, that's a good theme. Welcome to Guess Who's Coming. It's the monthly game show where I give Stairmaster and Kyoran titles of upcoming shows in the month of December. And they guess what the premise is based off of those titles. It's a fun game. I don't think anyone's ever gotten it spot on. Maybe once. Kyo usually wins, but we'll see if that happens today. Let's start.
I'm not in the zone today. I'm thinking about breakfast already.
Thinking about breakfast? It's nighttime.
I know, that's how tired I am.
Dang. Well, let's see how not in the zone you are. We'll head to NBC for this show, American Auto.
Alright, so this is about a guy named
A...
Otto who's coming to America from a war-torn Eastern European country. And there's this tension over whether he's a spy or not. And also his daughter's sick and he needs to get money for her medicine.
Okay. Kyoran?
Is it American Auto like AUTO or
Well,
OTTO?
normally I would respond to you, but Stairmaster did already make his premise, so I feel like I have to not respond in the interest of fairness, which I have not been in the past, perhaps.
He said yes, Kyo.
Apparently, Stair, you like really jumped on that. All right, so this is about like a sleazy executive in the automobile industry who's like up to something. That's the furthest I'm going to go with this concept because I'm running out of ideas. I think maybe he kills someone or something.
I think he
Watch
has
out,
sex.
he's up to something.
Oh, wait,
He has sex, but it's not really the focus of the show.
It's
It's
not good
just to
sex
show that
either,
he's.
since it's NBC.
Oh, well, they don't have sex on NBC. It's just off screen or like very censored, right?
Yeah,
You'll see like people in undercovers.
Yeah,
Or, like,
he
in a
has
bra.
sex with his wife,
Oh,
The sleaziest kind.
and somehow this shows that he's like really disgusting. Somehow, I don't know. Like he doesn't do a good job. Maybe.
Okay.
he eats her out, but
Like-
very badly.
Like it shows him under the covers,
She's just like,
like-
give it up.
and like he comes out of the covers, like his head comes out of the covers. They're under the covers entirely. And he looks all satisfied, and his wife comes out of the covers, and she looks unsatisfied.
I like the idea that they're just completely in the covers.
Do I win or not?
Set in Detroit, the corporate executives of Payne Motors are at a crossroads. Adapt to the changing times or be sent to the junkyard. Shaking things up is the new CEO, whose leadership, experience, and savvy is only slightly offset by her complete lack of knowledge about cars. Luckily, her team has some of the best minds in the business, when they aren't fighting or trying to outwit each other. From the corporate office to the factory floor, the crew of Payne Motors is driving home the laughs. Well, I'll be the judge of that.
I just want to say, there still could be a daughter who needs medicine.
It's possible.
That's not off the table.
There doesn't seem to be a guy named Otto, and nothing about Russia is involved in this.
Maybe there's a spy for like one of the Japanese car companies.
This is the kind of situation where you just concede.
I will say
Trump
this.
Over here.
Keo gets the point, obviously. I will say this interesting fact. One of the people that they list as starring is, and this is just the name on here, X Mayo.
Interesting.
What?
X Mayo. Just the letter X.
What?
Mayo.
How's mayo spelled?
Like the thing you put on a sandwich.
What the fuck?
X Mayo.
That's beautiful.
I don't know who this mysterious person is, but I'm a fan. It's apparently an actress, X Mayo.
American Auto spelled OTTO sounds amazing. Okay.
All right.
What's next?
Let's move on to the streaming services. We're heading to Amazon for this series, Harlem.
Fuck.
I guess I'll go first this time.
Yes.
Stare, you can have some more time to think about this one, maybe. All right, so I'm thinking like these people saw the program Atlanta, and they're like, let's make that, but like in a different place. So it's just like some people trying to live their life in Harlem, hanging out.
Even though Harlem was gentrified decades ago, the TV writers don't realize that.
The whole place?
I think so.
I don't know anything about Harlem, so maybe Stairmaster can give us some I'm gonna give Stair a homework assignment. He's gonna research this so we can report this accurately.
I'll make sure to remember that.
Yeah, okay. Stair's gonna write a report on Harlem, the history of Harlem.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's just like that. They're living their life. Maybe there's like some mild crime going on, but it's not like really the focus of the show. And the main character has a gun, and it's they like shockingly don't use it throughout the entire series.
Okay,
which is just you don't do that, but they do it anyway.
All right. So I think this is like a mini series about the Harlem Globetrotters. And their struggle to get to the top of being really good at basketball, but dunking on absolute dullards.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think one of them also has a gun and doesn't use it the entire series. Maybe the point guard man.
That makes sense. I've never heard of a scandal with the Harlem Globetrotters using a gun. So.
Oh man!
And you have it. The nice thing is you have it in your back pocket for if that does happen.
True, because they're still alive.
Yeah,
presumably.
If the Washington Generals get too freaky on the court, you can put them in their place.
All right. Harlem is a new comet.
And there will be an episode about that time the Washington Generals won a game against them because they were showboating too hard. And the emotional aftermath.
It's good. Harlem is a new comedy following a group of stylish and ambitious best girlfriends in Harlem, NYC, the mecca of black culture in America. Camille is a popular young anthropology professor at Columbia with extensive knowledge of the dating norms of many cultures, but
Camille
has
is a
time
man's
navigating
name.
her own life. Ty is a successful queer dating app creator who prefers keeping vulnerability and romantic partners at arm's length. Quinn is a hopeless romantic and trust fund fashion designer who is trying to give back to the world while running a struggling business. Angie is a confident, vibrant, and filter-free singer and actress who also lives rent-free and fabulously with Quinn. Together, they level up from their 20s into the next phase of their careers, relationships, and big city dreams.
These sound a lot more successful than the people from Atlanta.
This sounds like, all these people have these clearly delineated roles. Sort of like
It's
a
weird.
basketball team.
Well, I do love...
And they're very goal-oriented.
I do love a good synopsis that is just, here are these characters and what they're up to. Here's what all of them do. Don't watch the show to find this out. Here's a quick runner on all of their deal.
And when you think about it, a professor sort of is like a coach, but for the mind.
Sarah, you're upsetting me with your...
With my facts?
Well, this is better than the alternative, which I thought Stairmaster was going to argue, which is he was going to talk about how much basketball would be in the show.
Oh, how much basketball is going to be in the show?
I mean, I'm going to guess not much.
These don't sound like athletes to me.
Anyway,
I mean, in spirit, they're basketball. They're a basketball team. But for, the game of life, figuring it out in this crazy world.
Are they a team, or are they just friends who are hanging out sometimes?
Friendship's a team effort.
Yes. Are you saying this isn't a team effort, Keo?
Well,
This
we're
is a podcast.
producing something. Yeah, we're not just hanging out.
We're putting our bodies to the limit for the entertainment of people around the world.
We should increase the gravity here.
To 400 times.
Yeah.
Activating gravity amplification.
So we'll be like...
Oh, God!
Yamcha.
Yeah.
So Keo gets the point on that one, I guess.
I guess. I mean, sure, whatever.
I hope you're happy
I
with
guess it
yourself.
is sort of like if Atlanta was in a rich, affluent part of the nation.
It's like Atlanta, but for women.
Yeah, sure. Close enough. Here's one from Peacock. Let's see what you guys can come up with for this one. McGruber.
Wait. I remember that somewhere. Didn't we talk about a McGruber on the podcast?
I feel like, we did. I feel like, maybe Gio was involved.
Wasn't he like a dog or something?
No, I think McGruber's like a guy who's like a parody of MacGyver.
Is this your official take?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess it wasn't a dog. Why am I thinking of a dog now?
Well, Keo, are you
thinking
going in
McGriff.
on this being a dog?
You're thinking McGriff, Keo.
Am I?
McGruff?
Maybe. McGruff.
Maybe it's McGruber the crime dog.
What's McGruff from? Is it just his
He's
own
the
thing?
dog that's like, you don't need to be smoking that crack and cocaine.
Is he the one with the rap song?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now I remember. Okay, and that's wrong. I don't know what MacGruber is, Swanson. I think it's about a guy named MacGruber. He has a gun.
Wait, I zoned out. Are you saying the dog has a gun?
No, there's no dog. No, maybe he has a dog, but he's not a dog. MacGruber's a guy.
Well, I also said McGruber's a guy.
Well, but not my guy has a gun. Does MacGyver have a gun?
No, I guess not.
I don't know if he has a gun or not.
Maybe
Swanson,
MacGyver
does
built a gun one time, but to shoot a screw.
I think MacGyver uses guns sometimes.
Oh.
Oh, God. So we have the same idea here.
Yeah, I'm just going to concede this one.
You're going to concede?
Yeah, I feel like a loser.
I feel like I failed miserably with this one. I'm gonna have to go with mine's a dog because that's what I said. Okay, just to be fair.
I don't even want the point if I want it. At this.
After rotting in prison for over a decade, America's ultimate hero and uber patriot, MacGruber, is finally released. His mission, to take down a mysterious villain from his past. Brigadier Commander Enos Queef. With the entire world in the crosshairs, MacGruber must reassemble his old team to defeat the forces of evil. Stair had it right. MacGruber is a MacGyver parody that was a movie and is now a TV show.
A gritty HBO reboot.
It does make fun of that kind of thing in the trailer that I saw, but yes. The Stair gets the point there.
No, I don't. I don't want
Stair,
it.
accept success when it comes into your lap.
I don't want it.
You guessed
not like
correctly.
That.
Keo said it was a dog. And then sort of reverse engineered his way back to the right idea.
Keo gets the point.
Wrong.
Why do you not want the point if you got it exactly correct?
I feel guilty. I feel bad about this whole thing.
You feel guilty for getting it correct on the first try? The first time you've ever done such a thing?
Yeah, but it's very tragic, this whole process, how we got here.
Of you hearing a name that sounds like MacGyver and just saying that's a MacGyver?
Well, it's very obvious. It's not like someone took a long time to think of what name they should give this MacGyver parody.
Why do they call him McGoofer?
That'd be good. He's like rolling the peanuts.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Oh, McGoofer. I thought you said McGoober.
No. McGoofer because he's a parody.
And he's goofing off.
It's true.
Now I'm imagining an episode of MacGyver where he has to grow peanuts for some reason to get out of a bomb.
That would take a while to grow them. If he had like some kind of like serum that lets it grow really fast.
MacGyver, but it's like written by someone who's dreaming.
All right. We'll head over to Netflix next for this one.
Okay.
The Silent Sea. Sea is like the ocean.
Oh.
Okay, I thought you were saying like the phonetic. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was a cancer show.
Cancer show?
Yeah.
The Silent Sea.
Okay, Silent Sea is about a brave sea captain going out into the unknown watery abyss.
Of Captain Jack Sparrow, a pirate so brave on the high mighty seas.
So this is like I don't know. It's set in some kind of like alternate reality where the ocean is still not charted out in modern day.
Oh, that's interesting. I would watch that.
Okay. Yeah, so he's going out there on his boat, and turns out it's dangerous out in the ocean. There's like things that'll hurt the boat.
Whoa.
And there's like a evil pirate captain.
And also the guy's name is Giorin.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Stare?
Alright, so I'm thinking this is like they're pirates and they're like fighting ghosts and shit in a spooky haunted ocean.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah.
With Earth in ruins, 24 hours on the clocks, and the odds stacked against them, a team of space specialists embark on a seemingly routine mission to the moon. But when things quickly take a turn for the worse, they'll fight for their lives and uncover secrets that make their mission seem more and more impossible by the minute.
So the Silent Sea refers to space because the space is quiet.
I think there's a place on the moon called the Silent Sea. No.
Why?
No, there isn't.
You just invented that for yourself?
We get to do a fun little thing that we seem to do every time we play this game, which is you guys pitch me on who won.
Keo won. Mine's a period
Stairmaster,
piece.
like, when Stair clearly lost, he's like Mr. Attorney trying to like
He's trying to litigate the situation, but when he has a case, he's like, no, you won this one, pal.
No, Keo's clearly got it. His was modern. Mine's a period piece. Mine's about pirates and ghosts and shit, while Keo's was grounded.
People couldn't be in space in the past?
No. This is a Dungeons and Dragon. Fuck you.
I guess mine was about a frontier, but I guess the moon's not a frontier.
It sort of is. Okay, you did mention there were like monsters and stuff.
Yeah.
But I also said there were ghosts in mine. I guess... I don't know. Ghost secrets are sort of like ghosts.
They're a little different.
Yeah, explain to me how secrets are like ghosts.
They haunt you.
Oh.
That's a good point.
He's got a good point there. Yeah.
I think I focused on like there being a clear protagonist who's not bad, and there's like a bad force, unlike Stare, who seems to think that it's just pirates hanging out in the ocean fighting.
I would love that, a show about pirates hanging out.
All right. Well, I guess Keo gets this point.
Whatever. The real
we do
winner
have
is
one
the
more.
audience.
What?
The real winner is the audience.
It's true. We do have one more. Keo, you've already won, but let's just do this one for fun. Why not?
If Stare gets this one, he doesn't die.
Oh?
Yeah, sure. I feel like that's going to make him argue against it even harder, but...
we all know where my priorities lay.
This is from Disney Plus.
Oh.
And it's titled, Welcome to Earth.
Okay, so this is a spin-off from the film Independence Day, where Will Smith is running like a rehabilitation service for all the aliens who got stranded after their spaceship got blown up. It's like a little mini-series drama. And it's a reference to his famous line, Welcome to Earth. And he has to learn to forgive the aliens for their war crimes in the first film.
Okay. Do you forgive people for war crimes?
Usually no.
Okay, I was just
But maybe if they have
curious.
But maybe if they have like rocket technology, you turn a blind eye.
Yeah.
So, Welcome to Earth is kind of like a sarcastic title for this program, because there's a little alien lad who comes to Earth, and actually they're not very welcoming at all, in fact.
Oh, it's like solar opposites?
Solar opposites, weren't they just like some guys who were like in a sitcom on Earth hanging out?
They were just like some violent aliens who were fucking shit up on Earth.
Yeah, those guys were menaces. Someone needs to do
I'm
something
thinking of
about
like
them.
the protagonist of this program is actually like very likable, and the Earth is the antagonist here.
It's like Casper the Friendly Ghost, but it's an alien.
It's like The Fugitive, but Harrison Ford is an alien.
And he has no friends.
Yeah. He says, Harrison Ford's like, I'm not from this planet. And Tommy Lee Jones goes, I don't care. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Throughout this 6-part limited series, Will Smith is guided by elite explorers on an awe-inspiring journey, getting up close and personal with some of the most thrilling spectacles on the planet, from volcanoes that roar in silence, to deserts that move beyond our perception, to animal swarms with minds of their own. Combining breathtaking cinematography with Will's boundless curiosity and enthusiasm, the blockbuster series is an exciting, multi-sensory ride through Earth's most mind-bending portals.
Oh my god, get fucked, Keo. Get fucked. Get dunked on.
This is a show that presumably has nothing to do with Independence Day, other than that they got Will Smith to jump with them, like hang out with him on going around the world, just looking at shit.
And it's a reference to the thing you said from Independence Day.
But there's no aliens in this, obviously, unless like that's the big kicker at the end.
Oh yeah, that's episode 6. That's how they get season 2 going.
See, I had a very distinct disadvantage here because I never saw Independence Day, so I have no clue what you're talking about.
Well, Kale, you do still win, but Stairmaster lives.
What? How do I not win? I get the point.
Because it's 3-2.
You get the point, but I have 3.
Yeah, but I get the point.
You get the point,
okay,
but Kale
wins
overall.
Yeah, and you get to live, Stair. We're not going to execute you right here, right now.
I'll just do it myself later.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
probably
Keo's
won't.
Keo's
That's
hired a
scary.
man to watch you while you sleep.
Well,
It wasn't
I hired a
for
woman.
it wasn't for the suicide thing, but now he's gonna do it.
I hired a woman this time around because they got upset because of the man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said it was quote homosexual, and I didn't really want to argue.
Well, now
about
it's
it.
heterosexual. Now I'll be less popular on Twitter, Keo. Thanks.
All right. Well, that was another rousing edition of Guess Who's Coming. Keo, do you want your prize?
That's actually a very good question.
It is? Yeah.
Because sometimes the prize is good, sometimes the prize is bad.
Well, do you
It's
want your
mostly
prize?
bad, I think.
I want the prize, yes.
All right. Here you go. You get to use magic.
Whoa!
Oh. Okay. Is it, like, good? Is it cool?
It's like it looks pretty cool. You get to like throw things at people.
Yeah, what else?
I think you did lit some fire. I think you created fire a couple times.
You can pick
What
stuff
else?
up.
Yeah. Well, if you
What
and
else?
I are like together in a bath, and I'm like, "This is cold," you get to warm it up for me,
Yeah, if you're both
What else?
sitting nude opposite each other.
as you do as friends.
What else?
That's it.
Presumably your feet are touching under the water.
That's not it. Come on, what else?
I don't know. That's all I can remember from what happened in this episode.
Wow.
You probably can see the future or some shit.
Okay, what else?
That's it.
I can heal people too, Swanson.
Oh yeah, you can do that. I guess sure if you want.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want. But the village is still devastated.
Yeah. Of course, we're talking about our main event. We watched a show, and now we're going to talk about it. The Wheel of Time follows Moraine, a member of the Aes Sedai, a powerful organization of women who can use magic. She takes a group of 4 young people on a journey around the world, believing one of them might be the reincarnation of the dragon, a powerful individual prophesied to either save the world or destroy it.
We are
Did the
about
Wheel
to
of
witness a
Time-
great becoming.
Did the Wheel of Time lead you towards your destiny, or get you killed like a poor villager?
Yeah, I'm dead, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah. This show felt very similar to me in terms of setup as previous episode, Foundation.
Yes, but
What?
There is a lot of heavy stuff going on here that they have to like set up in this episode.
Foundation was more interesting because you had a space empire that was crumbling and also a mysterious monolith.
Yeah, I will admit also up front that sci-fi is way more interesting to me as a genre than high fantasy. I guess, is this high fantasy? Yeah, I guess that counts, right?
This is
Magic
high
and
fantasy.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sci-fi is always more interesting as a genre to me than high fantasy is. So this was already an uphill battle. That
And
said,
this sort of looks like a CW show.
yeah, this is an Amazon program, but it doesn't. Usually, Amazon is very good with the production. This seems a bit on the cheaper side. The effects are all right, I guess, but everything else.
But like the set design and the costumes, it's somehow even worse than Game of Thrones, I think.
Yeah, it like doesn't really fill me up with joy about the Lord of the Rings show that's coming up in the future. But
Oh,
then again,
God.
that has a whole lot more money into it, I'm gonna guess.
Oh, yeah, but they could have spent it on marketing.
Probably, maybe. I don't think you
How
need
much
to
did they spend
spend
on
a ton of
marketing?
money. Yeah, I don't think you need to spend a ton of money marketing Lord of the Rings, though.
No, you gotta get those Tom Bombadil Taco Bell cups out there.
Yeah. So we open up on the Wheel of Time. We pretty much get like a quick like rundown of the world from this lady Moraine,
Yeah,
where she's
women
just
are
like, yeah,
women are hunting men for sport and to
Yes.
enforce the matriarchy.
yeah. It turns out that men are bad or like shitty, and like that's accurate. So seems good so far. Seems right. What we learn is that I guess men cannot control the power of magic without going insane.
Yeah. Like this, yeah, we start off with these two guys running from a band of horsewomen, women on horses.
That's what we call them, yeah.
Well, horsewomen who play, they're half horse.
True.
True.
These are not centaurs or minotaurs.
No, these are just women on horses riding towards these escapees. And what we find out is that actually one of these people just has male pattern madness.
Yeah, it's just an hallucination who's giving him a device.
Yeah. And he gets executed. We don't really see him die, I guess, but he does die, presumably.
Or he was forcibly feminized.
I feel like that would be a different message that the show is...
Well, it'd be more ethical than murder, I think.
I guess. So yeah, we open up on some other ritual going on here. This lady's being thrown into a river, and she has to trust the process. She has to trust the plan of the river.
Just vote!
Yeah, true.
Yeah, after this point, would you guys agree that the show became kind of sleepy time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for a lot of the show's runtime here, it is a lot of, here are the characters and their stuff going on right now, but don't worry, it won't matter by the end of this. It's just all set up for the beginnings of their arc.
Like, the Game of Thrones pilot had so much more going on, plot-wise.
Yeah, well, that's, I think, the thing with Wheel of Time is that it's a long series of books, but I don't think it's like, at least maybe not the first one, is like a bunch of different perspectives going on at the same time.
And none of them doing anything. They're just kind of like, hey, we're living our lives out here. We're in fantasy town with nothing interesting happening.
Well, that's the thing. It's not a bunch of different people in different settings. It's just a bunch of different people in the same setting.
But episode 1 of Game of Thrones was just Winterfell and Dany off in Essos.
Yeah, but they were at least providing you with different settings. Mm-hmm. This is all in the same drab town. Where, like, fantasy things are happening, I guess.
No, they're not.
No? No fantasy stuff?
No? I mean,
not really. I mean, nothing that I noticed.
You
mean except for, like, the end, right?
And also, like,
the end.
Weird spires in the background, the weird geological features that look like they should be in a Sonic game.
Yeah, that's a thing, but it's just decoration. It's not something happened.
Also, the lady who shows up and starts using magic.
Yeah, but she doesn't do anything until later.
And everyone's afraid of her like she's the Witcher. And like the Witcher,
I can heat up a tub.
In a tub.
It's true, yeah. And like the Witcher, we do see male butt.
Yeah.
No dick dong.
Yeah, no nudity. Big mistake there.
Yeah. Show us the dick dong. The guy's last name, the one whose butt is on display, who's friends with this lady. His last name is Mandragoran. I want to see his Mandragoran.
True.
Also, we got like a little guy who looks like Anakin Skywalker.
Do you mean like the guy whose dad dies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Allegedly, he's like the main protagonist of the show. Or rather, the books.
What do you mean, allegedly? Is it like a fake out like Dune?
Oh, I don't know. I did a cursory read, so I don't know how that if that changes or not. So allegedly. Anyway, yeah, this guy, his name is Rand, not to be confused with Danny Rand, everyone's favorite Iron Fist.
Same.
His name is Rand al'Thor.
Same.
So, there's that. Is it the same, Kyo? Is that your last name?
Yeah, same.
Yes, Swanson. I'm glad you asked.
And
the answer is yes.
Kyo also knows Kung Fu.
I know just enough to like move my hands around like I know Kung Fu.
Just
and
like
that usually
Iron
makes people
Fist.
like not mess with you. Because if they see that, they're like, oh, that guy knows Kung Fu. No one would do that if they didn't know it.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, long story short, Moraine comes into this town looking for 4 people who might be this reincarnation of the dragon, who is a powerful figure who might save the world or destroy it, blah, blah, blah. The 4 people end up being these people that we're spending a lot of time with, even though not a lot is actually happening that's interesting. And then eventually some beasts show up and it gets real violent. That part I thought was fun, but I feel like I'm the lone voice in that one.
No, that's the part where I started looking at my phone.
Wait, what happens, Swanson?
The violence is when you started looking at your phone, not all of the stuff before.
I was like, okay, where are we going with this? And then violence happened, and the violence was boring.
Yeah, this violence was a perfect mixture of not shocking enough and also not focused enough.
And way too long.
And took a very long time.
Yeah, the battle, now that I think about it, the battle is long. I was enjoying a good part of it, although it does perhaps take a bit to get on with it. You get a whole thing here where Rand and his dad are fighting off one of them, and his dad dies because that's how that's supposed to go. And I guess that's I think the thing that's most frustrating, perhaps, with this is that I guess I have to assume it's being very faithful to the books, but also that nothing in this is like different than any story that you've heard before, really. Oh, the dad died. This one guy accidentally killed his wife. Whoops. Oh, these people there's this evil force that these beings work for. It's all stuff that is like standard fantasy fare.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't care about the characters. I guess that was what they were trying to do for the first half of the episode, was make us know these characters, but I was just kind of bored of them already.
Yeah, I was not into. Really, the only character I cared about at all was Mr. Mandragon.
I like the traveling merchant.
Oh yeah, that guy was cool. He should be the main character.
Yeah, let's just have a show, but let's just have Mad Men, but set in like a high fantasy world.
Yeah.
What you need is a cloak to keep yourself away from the Dark One.
Why do men drink tonics? Is it to boost their constitution? No. It's an idea.
We're selling the idea of tonics. You've done it again, Don.
His name is just Don?
Yeah, his name is just Don in this
one. It's Don Draper.
Yeah, it's just...
Wearing some plate mail.
It's just John Hamm wearing some plate mail. Hanging out.
He's a plate mail wearing merchant, or was he?
Yeah, you gotta protect yourself.
Out there.
If they don't buy the ad, they kill you. Or
he's like pitching this to orcs.
So like, would the suit be the plate mail look like a business suit as well?
Oh, no, he's wearing a tie over the business suit.
Yeah,
or the plate mail.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on board.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's a shame Mad Men never lasted long enough in like terms of decades for Don Draper to have read Dilbert.
Expand on that.
The tie thing.
Oh,
well, imagine Don Draper reading it and being like, he keeps his tie up when he's had sex. Intriguing. I think I should start doing
I would enjoy that.
It's like a 60-year-old Don Draper reading Dilbert.
Yeah, he's not alive by then.
Yeah, he's probably dead by then.
He drank like too much liquid cocaine and died or something.
Yeah. He probably died drinking liquid cocaine from like a stripper's mouth.
He did not make it to 1981. That's for sure.
No, probably not. So yeah, he they kill all these things. Moraine does like a whole bunch of big magic, and it kills these guys. She gets injured, and then I guess she's fine. She gets injured and it's treated like a big deal, but then it's like, I'm fine.
Yeah, they can do healing magic, by the way. I only know this because I looked at the X-ray, the Amazon Prime X-ray, where they just have a ton of trivia.
Keo apparently already picked up on this.
In the show, there's a guy who's like, the troll gar
the troll
monster
Trollocs.
Poisoned him. Yeah, Trolloc, whatever. And then she's like, oh yeah, I'll heal him, but it'll make me tired or something.
Yeah, she's like, I'll heal him, but I gotta go take a nap after. I'll heal him, but you better have a sandwich ready, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get back up after that.
You know who didn't get tired after healing people? Dende.
I thought you were going to say Jesus.
Oh, I get Jesus too. I don't know, Jesus did seem to get tired when he was on the cross.
Was that from healing?
Yeah, I mean, you don't think it was from all of the wounds? And like the guys prodding him with spears?
I assume he was healing himself, and that's why they were prodding him with spears.
To tell him to
stop?
It
was a DPS race.
Hey, cut it out. Stop healing yourself. You're kind of ruining the whole point of this.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. So yeah, she's like, hey, listen up. You four, you're heroes now, and we're doing a hero's journey, and you're in. That's it. That is pretty much the entirety of the show.
Yeah. Tune out.
Tune out.
All right. I guess there isn't really much to discuss about this. It was a lot of introductions to characters that like either die in this very episode or are sort of just there. They haven't been recreated yet, or they haven't been anything yet. I mean, they're not characters.
Yeah. Well, they have the guys who are good friends.
Yeah, if you want to watch a show about women with magic powers, just go watch JoJo Part 6 instead.
Yeah. There was a scene where they were playing folk music that sounded vaguely like if you took the lyrics out of a Mumford & Sons song. That was distressing to me, personally. Yeah, I don't know. There wasn't much to this one. I kind of wanted to like it at first with all the big setting, and it's doing a lot of things that I like. I would like TV shows, especially streaming ones, to continue doing, not explaining everything up front, just letting the world be the world.
Oh, no, the Amazon X-Ray was explaining stuff like the backstory.
Yeah, but I wasn't reading the Amazon X-Ray.
Like, the first thing, I opened it up like a minute in, and there was this one that was general trivia. That's just an entire paragraph. In his age,
we have to read that.
Was a man with immense power, a champion
Stare, I don't
of
wanna,
humanity, and one of the generals in the war against the shadows. And in his desperation to end the war, the dragon led 100 companions in an attempt to seal the Dark One in its prison, but they did so without the help of their female counterparts. In a moment of victory, the Dark One struck at the very heart of the energy source men were wielding during the battle, instantly driving the male companions insane and ushering in the time of madness. And also there was a link to the store so you could buy merchandise.
I want to mention that a lot of these things in this paragraph are just words, but they're proper nouns.
That's fantasy novels.
Yeah, I guess. I don't read them, but I just like that.
The interesting thing about this, Stare, is that you didn't have to do the X-ray. You didn't have to look at that. The show on its own is like okay if you like in terms of world building.
I was able to understand that they were in a town.
Yeah, like. Anyway, it's just that like there was promising stuff in there. It's just that a lot of this runtime was eaten up by things that I could not be interested in.
Like people being friends with each other and standing around somewhere.
There's a lot of standing around and like talking about like destinies, but then like no real establishing motivations for people. It's just like, hey, you're gonna be you're going to be the guy, and you're going to be a hero, and you're going to be a lady hero. And that guy, he's going to be like the weird friend who probably dies at the end of the season. And that was it.
Yeah, no thank you.
So I'm going to give it a regretful tune-out. Alright, well, that's a tune-out on the Wheel of Time. And that'll about do it for this week's episode of the show. We'll be back next week with more TV goodness. Until then, keep watching. Bye.
Bye.
It's over.
Hey folks, it's time for the TV Tuners Fact of the Week. Did you know that Stairmaster is a samurai?
I'm a dragon man.